You may have seen a few of the cutting-edge AI video editing apps that have come out recently. Right now, I'll tell you how you can use this technology to up your marketing game. You're going to learn a revolutionary new way business leaders are deploying AI to carve a place for themselves in the media world. Stick around till the end to learn where the media world is taking us. I'm Evan Goldstein, licensed professional engineer and data scientist. We're building AI capitalists to give business leaders the AI tools they need to find new customers, complete sales, and increase their profits. You may be familiar with the old school method of producing commercials and short films. Only a fraction of the time and money is actually spent filming. Pre-production, post-production take up like 90% of the hours and cost to make a typical advertisement or film. If you don't have an in-house video production team, and few corporations do, you've got to bring in outside contractors. This has a whole level of expense, complexity, and time, getting them familiar with your customer, your product, and your vibe. So you're better off producing your content yourself. You want to produce content in-house for a fraction of the cost. Let's go through a 6-step production process that would use AI. For step 1, you need to brainstorm some basic ideas you were trying to convey. Then go to a chatbot like Claude.ai, ChatGPT, Google Bard, or another to write out a rough script of what you would want to see. Step 2 is to edit the script, since AI never gets it just right. But once you have a script together, step 3 is to record it. Any recent model cell phone can record high-quality video. I should point out here that you don't even need to film yourself. You can use apps like Synthesia, Loom, and probably a dozen others to create an avatar. You can even create a video avatar of yourself. Then you just type in the text and let the avatar do the talking. My own experience has been that the avatars seem phony and apathetic. I'm guessing that's going to improve in the coming months. Until avatars do improve, I'd suggest going the old-fashioned route for step 3. Record a flesh and blood actor in a brick and mortar set. Step 4, the next step, is to start jump cutting. That's the process where you cut out all the stammering, repeated lines, and empty pauses. Now, this used to be an extremely tedious process using professional software. But now, instead of wasting hour after tedious hour, you can upload your video to generative AI. Apps like TimeBolt or Autopod use speech recognition to transcribe your video. For repetitive text, some are even able to use natural language processing to interpret the meaning behind your words. Step 5 is to add some B-roll. B-roll would be the video images you see going by whenever you're not watching me talking like I am right now. Artist.io and others can provide B-roll that's free of copyright. There are even apps that create new B-roll out of thin air using generative AI. Right now they only create still photographs, but soon they'll be on to unique motion video. And since you generated it, you don't have to worry about the copyright. AI can generate music as well, which is step 6. You can either download it from one of the apps we already talked about, or there are apps like Soundful that help you write your own music without needing a degree in music theory. There are lots of other products for turning what looked like amateur video into something more professional. As I'm building this channel, I'm incorporating more and more of these techniques to add value to the service that I deliver to you. And if you feel that you're getting value from this video, I would urge you to press the like button. By doing so, you help me build this channel, let me know that I'm making content that you want to see, and you help spread this value to others. So to sum it up, there are generative AI apps that help you go through each step of the development process. Each of these technologies is free or dirt cheap and can operate on its own. Some of them can even be used as plugins with the more established professional video editing suites like Adobe Premiere, but some not. Using the new AI technology is faster and cheaper than having a video editing firm do all the work, but it's still a bit cumbersome to upload to one platform, do your jump cutting, then you download it, only to upload to the next platform, add your B-roll, then you download it again, and then you upload it somewhere else to add music, and so on and so on. With each stage, there's a risk of losing fidelity, and the finished product just doesn't have the feel of a cohesive project. You should probably still hire a video editor to do the grunt work. But in the future, even the video editor is going to have to adapt or die, because all of these AI platforms are still in the early startup phases. These days, it's very rare for a company to have the trajectory of, say, Apple. Nobody starts up in their garage and then builds to a company that consistently ranks in the top 10 global corporations year after year. No. You start up, you make your mark, and then if you can make your technology work, you sell to the highest bidder and you make your exit. Adobe and the other photo editing software makers are being forced to either develop competing products or just gobble up these little guys through acquisition. About a year from now, every major video editing platform will have these features built in, and having them all in one place opens up new possibilities. Because once they're all in one platform, you can automate every step in this process into a seamless whole. You'll be able to start at step 1, enter a simple text prompt about what points you want to cover in your content. Your entire content will then be produced seamlessly and automatically. No filming, no time lost, and very little cost. Now, big picture, since artificial intelligence is making production so much easier, all media is moving in the direction of specialization. Up until the 1980s, there were only 3 television channels in the United States. Then a few more started coming out bit by bit. Cable and satellite TV brought that number up to 500 or so. And now, with YouTube, even I can create a channel that's dedicated to you. A show like this, with the narrow appeal of AI for business operations, never get the green light for production on a commercial channel. But I'm betting there are enough of you out there to make it worthwhile for all of us. Media is becoming more and more customized. A decade or so ago, I lived in a non-English speaking country. But even then, I could still listen to my American podcasts on my way to work, and I could watch my American shows when I got home. Back in 1986, everyone went to the theater over the weekend and watched the original Top Gun. Like it or hate it, we had a shared common experience to talk about at work on Monday morning. But now we're all living in bubbles. My wife and I listen to completely different podcasts. We have to send each other episodes of our own podcasts or make time to watch streaming shows together just to have some common point of reference. In order to build our bubbles just the way we want them, we need to have more specialized content to consume. This also means that there's more space for me to make specialized content when I see a niche. It also democratizes the profits. Instead of every dollar going to Paramount and Tom Cruise like in 1986, if we can monetize this channel, people like me and my army of good contractors will get a small piece of the action. The same holds true for every content creator out there. We've seen how easy it is to produce quality video, which means that you, the business owner, can get to a more and more specific audience. On our next episode involving AI media, we're going to see how we can get content customized down to the level of a single individual. So subscribe to get alerts for the next episode of AI Capitalist.